know, you come out to the bottom and you're just like, I can't believe that worked! Yes! It's an amazing feeling, man. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything. To me, that is pure joy. I'm so glad to have an epic season, be able to hang out with so many great people and tell their stories. Alaska is such a different type of riding than the whole rest of the year. It's just a whole nother planet up here. There's a reason why we do this, man. It makes me happy.
The reasons for coming to Valdez are the terrain and the amount of snowfall received, and the fact that there's helicopters to access it.
Oh, freestyle.
3,000-foot faces. I mean, where do you find that? The sheer scope and size of all of this terrain is unprecedented. But then the snowfall adds to that, and when you have that excessive amount of snow, you get the spines.
Slough management is your best tool up here.
Slough is not actually an avalanche where you get a crown. It's basically a loose snow avalanche, and that's one of our biggest hazards here.
You don't want to turn back the opposite way and then back into your slough. You kind of want to work one way or fast.
You know, lucky for John, he's kind of moving a little faster than that, so he doesn't have to worry about it too much. But he does when he gets in his technical terrain, some of the spine stuff where we see him slowing down, trying to line up on those hits.
You try to map it out before you attempt the line.
That's the beauty of the spine. You stay on top of it, you're usually good to go.
I'm looking for more just featured and freestyle. Like, I look for big terrain, but also big drops, some big transitions beneath those drops, something you can get creative with. Yeah, paint your picture.
Hardly. Tor, what's up, brother?
I've been to Alaska once before.
And I kind of convinced them to come to Valdez.
Kind of knew it was going to be a different ball game. Like, let's do it. But what about this, and this? All these questions I had in my head just spinning so fast because I have like zero experience out here.
Tor and I haven't ridden together over 10 years, I'd say.
At the same time, I'm just like, let's just go, you know, like I'm down. Yeah, I've always just been a fan of John growing up. Crazy opportunity for me.
Man, Torstein's been around for a long time.
I guess I just kind of found snowboarding when I was 12. I knew that's what I wanted to do forever. There wasn't any other way out of my hometown for snowboarding but to ride contests. I came to the States for the first time when I was 19. Like, all of a sudden, I was just, like, in it.
He's done the contest scene, the rail scene. Park has, I don't know how many medals in general. He's a great backcountry rider, too.
You start to realize, like, how fragile snowboarding is, you know? This is pretty sweet. Like, don't f this up. But at the same time, it's pretty stupid. You're strapping into a piece of wood and riding on snow down the mountain. Yeah! It's pretty simple, but it's been so influential to me, and it's been, like, such a crazy ride.
Chief Blue Sky really came through for us. What's this called? By the ice fall. Yep, that's tiger penis soup. In the shade there. Alright, this stuff looks pretty sick. I think we could do something in here. Good call, John.
That's what I'm talking about. Now we're psyched. Look at this. Toss. Whew. Just to be up there is such a joyful feeling. It's spiritual in a way. So this is like a couple 1,000-foot cliff. To this side is an epic run. I'm gonna slash the shit out of that wave.
That was fun.
Look where we are. This cirque is some of the most amazing terrain. Afternoon, line, 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 line. Morning, line, 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 line. Yeah, right. You know, you look at something, you take a mental picture of it, you get on top, and then usually everything's blind. Okay, Speedo, you can count me in.
3, 2, 1.
Everything is bigger, featured, and technical. You figure that out each day. That's kind of the joy about it. And then when you get to the bottom of it, it's just this feeling you can't explain, you know, happiness. Hey, Torstein, definitely a little crusty on that sunny side.
I'll just watch, you know, whatever badass that John does and then pick the stuff that's next to it that's not so badass. Yeah, it's cool to get way out of your comfort zone for a minute and just hang with John Jay for a little bit and learn. Not a cloud in the sky, except for that little fucker.
I feel like you have to put some time in here for the mountains to really just let you in. And you're out there playing by their rules. Yep. Okay, I'm ready. Party. Ice, it's constantly moving. Depending on what the terrain's doing, it's gonna open up a little bit. So naturally, there's gonna be holes there. Those holes are crevasses. And, you know, those can go into no man's land. I'm in a bad zone. I think I had a dream the other day where I, like, fell in and there was this cool community down there. I was, like, partying with these ice cruisers. Kind of weird. But I've been having some crazy dreams up here, man. How big do you think that area is? It's pretty big.
That diving board?
Yeah.
Probably just dropping off, it would be 20, 30. He's very calculated in how he steps into these mountains.
John, you want to go first, or what are you thinking here? Yeah, I can go first, and I'm almost ready. Then Speedo to drop, and we'll have eyes on you.
Yes, Bilo. I think it's awesome to crack a spin in the middle of a line. When you land, it's that much more rewarding. Like when you pull it off, you're just, those are the feelings of joy up in Alaska that can never be taken away from you.
I don't really have much to tell someone about punting 50 to 60 footers. Stick it. I usually just say, you want to stick this one.
Speedo really flows down his line, makes these long arcing turns, like back foot heavy. It's an art to go down kind of slow. You get a lot of slough going. I don't know what you call it, Speedo falls. Speedo, that was sick.
2, 1.
Yeah.
This is where you can have the most fun. This is where you can have those moments that you remember for the rest of your life.
These guys are top level athletes. By no stretch of the imagination, these guys just ski bumps.
If you can bottle up and sell the adrenaline that we create out here, you probably make a lot of money. I bet there's a business for it.
They're serious professional athletes, and it's a privilege to work with them.
Can you say that again?
The POW's magical. Yeah.
The POW is magical.
I can say that all day.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dropping.
some of this stuff with my own eyes and see somebody like John just go out here and destroy. I feel like he's opening like a new chapter right in front of me.
The amount of time he assesses a run that's so technical and then throws in a technical trick with a technical takeoff and landing in a fairly short period of time. I mean, it's so impressive to see him in action.
It's one of my favorite parts about Alaska is the perspective.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I love being on top of lines where there's a fair amount of risk and you feel good about it. That's part of the game.
I cut over too high. Wow. Oh.
Started to fall down. I thought the slough was going to take me. I jabbed my hand into the side of the mountain, got back on board, and just kind of like try to manage the cougar fight. It's kind of a scratchy line. Like, it's not super clean and flowy. It's dirty and raw and rugged. But you never really understand perspective until you're on top and riding through it. Before we even got to Alaska, you know, we're talking to Dave Geis about the terrain and tells us, well, man, there's this face way out to the north that I don't know if anyone's ridden, and it's got just these stacked, huge spines on it. We know there's a blue day ahead of us, so we decide to make that our objective.
A lot of the lowers get manked out with 4,500-foot runs.
We waited for the proper weather and snow conditions after we had assessed for a couple days based on our recorded snowfall to this date and lack of wind. Very confident in what we would find out there.
We're gonna go with some big spine walls.
Anytime we travel that deep in the range, we have to be absolutely confident in what our forecasts are.
All of a sudden, as the glacier wraps around, we come to this north face, this huge, high elevation, major glaciated, and just these stacks of spines. Holy crap, they weren't kidding. This is like a mega face of spines, but to me, they didn't look rideable. It's easy to imagine something being perfect. Once you get there, it's usually Mother Nature's a beast. See, my worry would be getting across those steep spines on the toes, those huge spines.
We saw the obvious lines and instantly assessed the obvious hazards and got after it. All this stuff is big and consequential. Be confident.
coolest experiences I've ever had. I didn't get all radical on it, but just to ride it and make it down safely is like really rewarding.
Well, you got a small slide behind you, stay to the right.
I think this was probably one of the bigger lines he's ever been on.
Nice work, John.
Dude, you too, man.
Safety's no accident.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in some of that top stuff.
I mean, it's almost hard for me to kind of gain the perspective of like how big he really wants to go.
And then there's a nice thing to air off.
You want to do what? I mean, he just absolutely annihilated that thing.
Some of the shit that I've seen John do out here is so mind-blowing to me. And I got so much respect for him.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have much good advice about 720s and 80-footers.
That's what keeps us going, man. These little moments of joy and gratitude and learning, you know?